Hey everybody, welcome here. I'm Lauren and this is Purpose Kitchen. Today we are collaborating with Spice World and heading outside to the barbecue to make tofu steak, asparagus, mushrooms, and mashed potatoes. You can find the recipe right here, but also in the description because it's also written there. Let's get into it. Alright, so first we're going to make a marinade for our shiitake mushrooms, and then we're going to marinate our tofu steaks as well, and then on the side we're going to have asparagus and mashed potatoes. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is marinate our tofu. This is going to sit in the fridge for about 2 hours, so we have our marinade here, and we're just going to pour that right on top of the tofu and make sure it all gets coated. And then yeah, you can put saran wrap over top and set it in the fridge for a couple hours. So now we're going to make the marinade for our shiitake mushrooms. So we have 2 tablespoons of the garlic infused olive oil from Harbourfront Oil and Vinegar. We have 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. So then we'll just stir that all together. Alright, so now we're going to throw in our shiitake mushrooms and then stir it in so it's all evenly coated with your sauce. Alright, so today we're really excited to be collaborating with Spice World. You can find them here in Winnipeg. They're a family-run business and their products are ethically and sustainably sourced. We're using the Peg City seasoning for our asparagus and the Memphis BBQ Rub for our tofu steak. We use the Peg City spice all the time with our cooking, and we are really excited to try this Memphis BBQ Rub today. Alright, so we're going to make our asparagus on the barbecue with Spice World's Peg City seasoning. So we're just going to cut the ends off of our asparagus, and we're going to put it into tin foil with some olive oil and that seasoning. Alright, so once our asparagus is coated and seasoned, we're going to wrap the rest in tin foil, and it's going to go on the barbecue with your mushrooms and your tofu. Alright, so we're going to do the exact same thing that we did to the asparagus to our mushrooms. So we're going to take it out of our marinade, and we're going to want to cut them into a little bit of a thicker piece, so probably like that. And then we're just going to take a brush like this, and we're just going to take that marinade and just paint right on top of it. Alright, so now we're going to take our Memphis BBQ Rub, and we're going to just sprinkle onto each piece. Alright, and then flip them over and then just do the same to the other side. Alright, so now we're going to head outside with our tofu steaks to barbecue them. Alright, so now we're going to throw everything onto the barbecue. We're going to cook our veggies until they're tender, which will probably be 15-20 minutes, and our tofu steak until crispy. We're going to put our veggies directly onto the barbecue, and that'll get it to cook nice and fast. Now you can stick your tofu directly onto the grill. With your leftover marinade, you can take that brush and just paint it on to your tofu as it's cooking to get all the flavors. So our tofu steak is crispy, our veggies are tender, and we made our mashed potatoes, so we're ready to dish it up and eat it. To make these mashed potatoes, we peeled our potatoes, cut them into quarters, put them in boiling water, and then drained them, and then mashed them and added dairy-free yogurt, oat milk, pepper, and nutritional yeast. Alright, this is my favorite part of the whole video. I'm gonna call my cutie patootie boyfriend in to try this with me.
Cheers. That's delicious.
Is it
That's
boyfriend
actually so
approved?
good.
Yeah.
It's boyfriend approved.
It's boyfriend approved. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and a big thank you to Spice World for collaborating with us on this video. You can find them on their website at spiceworld.ca or on Instagram at spiceworldwpg. If you try this recipe, make sure to let us know, and also make sure to check out our podcast that we release once a week on Spotify and Apple Podcasts called The Purpose Kitchen Pod. And now we're on TikTok, so make sure to check us out there at Purpose Kitchen. See you all next week.